Hey guys. Hello, hello, hello. Hi. So I'm having some technical difficulties. I just wanted to give you guys a heads up, Buttercup. I'm so sorry if this goes in and out. I am coming to you live from my nephew's room. Yes, it's official. I don't have a steady place anymore. I'm in the process of uprooting and changing and moving and all the things. So thankfully, there is technology so I can still connect with you guys. So, yay for that. But I'm coming from a 7-year-old's room. And who knows, there might be times where I'm going to come to you from my niece's room, and my niece is 6 years old. So, it's going to be what it's going to be, but I get to be here for you guys still, which is so exciting. So hello, hello, and welcome to Monday Afternoon Live, where we have a psychic intuitive coaching session. I'll do readings, I'll be giving advice, all of the things. Just a few housekeeping rules, I guess you can say. First of all, there are more of you than there are of me, okay? So I am not purposely trying to skip over your questions, just so you know that. I want you to be aware. But if you ask more than one question, I'm not going to be able to have time to answer your whole batch of questions. And that's because during these lives, we have a short amount of time together. So I do need, when you ask your question, for it to be laser focused and very specific. If the question is too vague and too open-ended, it's not that I don't want to answer your question, it's that it needs more time and I don't have the time to do it, because I do have readings scheduled all throughout the day. So if you do want your question answered and it's just too vague, I can't do it now, you can totally go ahead and schedule a one-on-one session with me. And yes, I do sessions one-on-one. So there's that. There's also this ability to do something called a super chat, which I'm just learning about, because sometimes the feed goes faster than I can keep up with it. And what a super chat does is it highlights your question, and then I can track it better and I can see it, because it kind of says to me, Terrie, alert, alert, we've got a question here. So it makes your question stand out if you do a super chat. So you are more than welcome to do that as well. So I'm going to go all up in here now and see what you guys have to ask me. Okay, here we go. Eureka. Hi, Terrie. I hope you're well and your house moving is going okay. No question today. Aw, Eureka, thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. I may very well be without a stable, which is scary as fuck, place for work or recording for like up to a year, because there's remodeling and construction. And as we all know, they have their own timelines. So I may be bouncing around and having to be forced to be creative in where and how I come to you guys. So your patience with potential background will be very much appreciated. But I'm so glad you're able to be here, Eureka. That's really cool. Actually, you bring up a really important point. Without you realizing, you bring up a point. Sometimes people ask the same question, and Spirit is so brilliant in that it will bring you answers, even if you didn't actually ask your question, but you have that same question. So really listen to what I'm sharing with you, because that message may resonate with you, so you can take it. Okay, so I'm so glad that you're here. Eureka, thanks for coming by. Melissa Torres, namaste. Atma namaste to you. Marbar. Hi, Terrie. I hope you're well. I am. Thank you. I recently found out that I'm being paid much less, at least $30,000, wow, than some of my coworkers. Motherfucker. Wondering if you see my employer being receptive to me asking for a raise. So what's interesting is as I was reading your question, I kept hearing she needs to ask for a raise. So the fact that you're even asking if they'll be receptive, you should know that you're on the right track. I'm going to pull a card because I myself am not hearing anything from my guides. So let's see what's going to happen. Girl, actually, to tell you the truth, I feel like they've been waiting for you to ask. I know that sounds weird, but it's almost that you have this information. It is time for you to show your power. And by asking, it shows them that you value yourself. Now, it almost feels like they've kind of been knowingly not paying you your worth. But, that's how it's unfair. That's how a lot of businesses run. It's like, all right, I'm just going to keep paying them what they feel they're worth and all of that stuff until they ask. Okay. So now it's just time for you. You don't have to be combative or anything. Actually, I would get myself into the frequencies of adventure and play and curiosity and come from that perspective instead of a demanding perspective. That's how they will be receptive. You might even want to come up with a PowerPoint presentation or something like that, which would be super fun. So make it fun, make it lively, make it exciting, because something tells me they've kind of been aware that they're not paying you that money. So it's not going to be a surprise, at least the higher ups. So somewhere, some way, that's what's going on. But yes, absolutely ask for a raise. I hope that helps, Marbar. Sartorius, hey, it's been a while. Hi, Terrie. I'll be moving to Germany in September. Hey, for my job in the military and won't find out about housing options until I arrive. Oh my God, that gives me anxiety. So you're probably super anxious. Do you think I'll end up living on or off post? I feel like you're going to be off post, at least for the majority of the time. You might, when you first move there, you might have to just be until you find the place. I feel like there's a little bit of lag time or delay until you feel like you're settled. That's how I'm getting this information. So I think what it feels like is there might be at first you're kind of on base. I don't know if that's what it is, living on or off post. I'm assuming that's what it is. I mean, I don't know all of this military talk, but I think you will at first. And then for the majority of your time, I feel like you'll be off base. Actually, what I like about this, what it feels like to me, is you're really going to have a sense of, even though you are serving, and thank you for your service, even though you're serving, I feel like the experience is going to be very civilian-ish, which is nice because it's almost like you're having a regular life, even though you're being of service and protecting us, which again, thank you for your service. So it does feel like that to me. So there may be times where you forget you're in the military. I think that's awesome because it gives you more of a sense of normalcy. So that's what I like. So hopefully that answers your question. Melissa Torres, relocation question. All right. Methinks this might be a theme. Is it best for me to stay in my current state of Oregon or move elsewhere? Thank you for all you do. You're really welcome, Melissa. I feel, and this is about the now moment, okay? Just understand energy is super fluid, but it does feel to me like right now, oregano, kidding, Oregon, I'm in LA, Oregon, feels like where you need to be for right now. I don't know that you need to stay there forever, but in terms of what's coming up, it feels like financial security or financial stability. It does feel like now is the time to stay where you are. But, if you have that desire for change, that's okay, because it doesn't mean you have to stay there forever, but it just feels like for the now moment. Okay. So that's the information that I'm getting. Alex 21. Hi, Terrie. Hi, Alex. Alex 21. Lately, I've felt used by my team and not valued. Which team are you talking about? Is this your spiritual team or is this your work team? I always get assigned the time. Okay, it's work. I was like, because your spirit team doesn't use you. Not at all. Well, that's not true. They use you to get you evolved, but they don't use you for their pleasure or their tactics. So I just needed to confirm that, and you started confirming that with the rest of your questions. So let me continue. I always get assigned the time-consuming tasks that no one else wants to do. Should I put less effort into work? And so the minimum like my coworker. Oh, so you're asking whether you should continue working hard or just do the minimum like your coworkers. All right. This is what it feels like to me. You have trained them to be the grunt, to be the coffee server, to be the lower end of the totem pole. So they need a retraining. So here's what I would do. I don't know that I would necessarily do the minimum of work because that feels like you would be out of integrity and you have a very high work ethic. So that is going to sabotage you. It'll backfire on you. What I do feel like you need to do is set boundaries, which does mean you will have to verbally express yourself and set boundaries. Like, okay, yes, I'll do this, but I get off work at 5. So come 5 o'clock, no. Okay, so you need to set boundaries. That's just an example. That's what it feels like. I feel like if you just do the minimum, you're out of integrity with yourself because you're not a kind of person who will just do the minimum. You need to retrain them with boundaries, not with minimum effort. Okay, how that shows up, is specific to you. I don't have the time to go into that. If you want to schedule, a one-on-one session, fine. But that's the information that is coming up that I can give you right now. Okay, Alex, I hope that helps. Michaela. Hi, Terry. Hi. I have a nursing entrance exam tomorrow, and I'm really stressed about it. Of course, you're normal. I've taken the test before, but didn't do as good as I needed to. Okay. Will I get the grade I need to get into nursing? I don't have that answer, and that is part of your lesson. Your lesson is to trust and have faith in yourself, that you studied well and that you're not bringing your past into your present, which is you're the only one that can do that. So I'm not getting an answer, a yes or no answer, and I'm not going to say something that you want to hear just because you want to hear it. I don't feel that that's ethical and moral, and I'm just not here to sugarcoat. Well, that's not true. I don't sugarcoat, but I'm not here to bullshit you and tell you something that you want to hear. So I'm not getting an answer. But the lesson in this is for you to trust that you have prepared yourself enough and that you know how to relax your body enough so that you can access the information to answer the questions. So, and also to not bring the past with you. So this is a Michaela based answer. So I want to wish you all the best. I hope you kick ass and keep me posted. Okay. Here we go. Let's see. Alana Kleiner. Hi, Terry. Hi. This is my first time joining and I'm very excited. Well, welcome. Welcome. I recently got into an argument with my aunt in Vegas. Vegas is a great place to get into an argument, by the way, because you can totally distract yourself with flashing lights, gambling, and really yummy food. We were very close and haven't talked since. Should I reach out to her? Well, I am one of these people, Alana, that are really, really big on repair and reconnection with people we value our relationships with. I'm also really good at it, so that could be why I'm a fan of it, and I can teach people how to do it. The most important thing for you to know, it's not even so much a yes or no question, like should I or shouldn't I? It's more like can you sit with the process as it unfolds? Because repair and reconnection is not a quick process. It involves consistency over time, which equals trust. Okay. So whoever was right or wrong, it doesn't really matter, but trust was broken on both sides, right? So that takes time to repair. So if you value the relationship and you desire your aunt in your life, then yes, you should begin the repair process. You should also not be the only one repairing, because then you're getting yourself into an unrequited situation, which could be way more painful than just having the separation. So, you have to really understand and know what your needs and your wants are in regards to your relationship with your aunt. So before you go ahead and you reach out to her, you should really do some inner reflection on what your wants and your needs are in that relationship, what responsibilities you can take for that separation, and can you be humble enough to own your responsibility in that separation, because relationships are not about one person. It's more than one person, or there's two or three, whatever. So really, like, you're being called to look at yourself, what you did. Can you get over yourself egotistically? And do you have the clarity to know what your needs are and why you want to repair and reconnect with your aunt? So, yeah, I mean, it can totally be done. It doesn't have to suck. It can be a beautiful bonding relationship. And if you can get over yourself, this is really great. Look, all relationships that are lasting, that last, have hiccups. It's called history. What you're doing is building history. You're also building trust and faith in each other, that you can be at some point, you're not quite there yet, but you can look back and you can review and you can go, I can be unconditional with this person. Or you might realize you're too conditional with this person, and then kind of figure out, do I want to be unconditional with this person? Can I be unconditional? And that's where you have to start looking at your needs and wants, which starts with you. So you have to look into yourself first before you can even approach your aunt. Okay? So I hope that helps. Esme Norman. Hey, Terrie. Hello. I'm stuck between two different colleges, and one of them included traveling to a different place, and I'm not sure which I should go for. Well, the thing is like, you have to ask yourself, am I going to A or B for someone else? Because that's what's coming up. It feels to me like you're trying to please someone in this decision. So the first thing you need to do is you have to, once again, like I was telling Alana, you have to be super clear with what your needs and your wants are for, let's say, your educational experience. What does this college provide for you? What does this college provide for you? Right? Do I want to go to this college because my parents want me to, or do I want to go to this college because I know it's better for me? Right? So you always have to make sure your loyalty lies with you so that you don't have any resentment. Okay? And that's what's coming up, is that you're basing your choice off of what someone else wants you to do, which is trying to win approval or get approval from someone else. And that always backfires because it's never what you really want. So you got to figure out, what does Esme want? What does Esme need? And then make your decision based off of your needs and your wants, not what someone else wants. And that's really what it feels like, is that's the reason why you're in indecision, is because somebody else wants you to do something more than you want to. So be what I call ugly honest, which is radically honest with yourself, okay? And the only way to do that, just like I was telling Alana, is to do some reflection and inner digging. Like, what is good for me? What are my needs and what are my wants, okay? Eureka. Oh, I thought you didn't have a question, Eureka. All right. Hi, Terrie. You mentioned in one of my readings that I could heal people with my music. So I posted some videos on my channel Oh, okay. You're not asking a question. You're just sharing your information. My bad, Eureka. I apologize. I made an assumption and I should not have. So please forgive me. You mentioned in one of my readings that I could heal people with my music. So I posted some videos on my channel of me playing crystal singing bowls. It's beautiful. It was relaxing for me too. Yeah. I mean, when we're here to be of service to other people and we're in our purpose, we are also receiving those energies and frequencies that we're giving out, right? It is in giving that we receive. So the reason you're being relaxed is because you're creating those frequencies for someone else, but you're also present, so you get those same frequencies too. Isn't that beautiful? So of course, Eureka, that's wonderful. I'm so glad it was relaxing for you. That's fantastic. Jennifer Perez. Hi, beautiful goddess. Oh my God, do I love you right now for saying that. I'm also a Leo, so I'm all about it. Thank you. Where's your question? There we go. How's your heart? I get like this. Like, I feel like I want to blush because you're asking me about me. Thank you so much. My heart is good. My heart is good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It feels aligned right now. It feels aligned. And I'm going to take it because in the next now moment, it might go back to anxious because my life is such an upheaval. But for this now moment, it is balanced. So thank you for asking. Couple big changes in life. What should I focus on right now? Okay, what should I focus? It's a bit vague, but I feel like I want to say getting back on track. So whatever you feel like you haven't been doing, getting back to basics, they're saying. So let's say you have a self-care routine, get back to doing that. That's what you actually need to focus on. So it's more about stop focusing outside of yourself and get back into yourself. So collect your energy, call it back, and then you'll have the clarity and you'll be able to know what your next step is. So you're kind of going too big right now. So I feel like that's where overwhelmment is happening. Get back to yourself, get back on path, course correct. It's okay that you got off course, not a problem. And then you'll know where to focus and what to focus on. But really the main focus right now is you. So get back to your self-care routine, okay? Shivi Rajaj. Hi, Terrie. Hi. In which year will I get married and birth month, sun, zodiac, sign of my future husband? Okay. That is really vague. That's going to take time for me. And there's more than one question. So unfortunately, you're going to have to set up an individual meeting with me, a session in order for me to ask that question. Okay. Because I don't have enough time to go into that in a live. Okay. Michelle R. Hey, Terrie. Hey, I like the Hulk picture in the background. My nephew drew it and he colored it. Does it have a date? No. He's totally into Legos. So I think that's a Lego Hulk. And then there's this guy. Who are you? I don't know. And this one, I don't know if you can see it. It says Wendy and Iggy and Lemmy. I don't know who these characters are. But he's also got like a Pikachu thing. What else do we have? I don't know. This guy's kind of cute, right? He's 7 years old. Stay. All right. Just knocked him down. Sorry, dude. Thank you, Michelle. That's funny. I'm prepping for an exam in 2 weeks. How do you think it'll go? You know what you need? You need to calm your anxiety down about it. So who was I talking to above? I can't remember because I channel this shit. Similar situation, but a little bit different. Trust that you've learned enough, but they're talking more about balancing your anxiety so that you can access all that information that you retained. So listen, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. You know me. I'm just like, tell it like it is. And just know that I have your best intention in mind. But if you don't know the information you're going to be tested on in this like exam 2 weeks prior, if you don't know that information, you better get on it because by now you really should. So now it's just a matter of trusting you have the information and just being able to access it, right? So you've got the information. Don't stop studying. You should be reviewing, not learning right now, if that makes sense. But like, do some breathing, do some heart tapping, get into your heart space, because that heart space, it's the largest electromagnetic field in the body. So what it's going to do is it's going to alchemize and it's going to transmute that anxiety, so you'll at least be neutral. When you're neutral, you'll be able to go, oh yeah, I know how to get that information and use that powerful dynamic brain of yours. Okay. So for you, the key, I think it'll go well, or I feel like it'll go well if you start now and you've got 2 weeks to prep. Do some deep breathing, do some meditation, do some collecting of your energy, so that when you go into this test, you're like, I got this. Like, no matter what happens, I'm going to be okay, right? With that information, you'll be able to access and come up with the answers. Okay. So I wish you a lot of luck and keep me posted. Okay. RZK. Hello. Hi, Terrie. Hope you're doing amazing like always. Oh, thank you. I'm doing pretty good today, right now. I've been looking for a job, got a few offers, but none of it has fallen through. Can you tell me when I'd be able to land a job? Thank you and love you lots. You're so sweet. When you're going to land a job, sheesh. You know, it almost feels like you're being a bit sloppy with your needs, not your needs, with your wants. So you're being a bit too sloppy. So what I mean by sloppy is, it's like, well, let's just see what happens. You're throwing shit at the wall and just seeing what sticks. What you need to be doing is you need to preemptively get into the frequencies of how you would feel if you got the job you wanted, not just any job, right? So the job you wanted, how would you feel? Conjure up those feelings now, right? Because what you're doing is you're looking at reality, and you cannot look at reality right now. Because what is reality? The reality is right now you don't have a job, or not the job that you want. Maybe you are working, but you don't have what you want, right? So the more you're paying attention to that, the more, because remember, where we place our attention is where energy follows. So the more you're going to be given scenarios and situations to prove that it's not happening. Hence these offers falling through, because you're placing more of your focus, attention, and awareness on the fact that you don't have what you want. Right? And since we live in the world of duality, which is opposites, and the law of attraction is a real thing, which side of the scale are you going to place your attention on? So that's why preemptively feeling in the now moment, the emotions, which is energy in motion, feeling as if it's already here, preemptively, is saying on an energetic frequency to the universe that you already have it. So it has to deliver, right? Because wherever you place your attention, energy follows. Manifestation is energy. It's just slower energy, right? So you have to wait for it to show up, because we live in a space-time continuum. Wherever we are to where we want to be, right? There's a gap, there's space. Right? So the more we feel as if, and we kind of ignore reality, and we preemptively put ourselves in the place that we already have it, then the gap closes, because the manifestation and the energy of that manifestation can now follow it. Okay. So when, I don't have a timeline for that, although it could be before the end of the year. I just heard could be before the end of the year, but really it's up to you. Everything is up to us. I know you guys want definitive answers, but we are ever changing. Life is a choose your own adventure. This is up to you. You can choose how you are going to have this experience. Are you going to have fun and be in a really open, optimistic way, living your life until you get to where you want to be? Do you want to have fun until you get that job? Because that's what I do. I want to have fun. I want to be silly, playful. I want to connect with people until I reach my goals. That's how I do it. right? So I have to be as if I'm already there and ignore the reality that what I want isn't here yet. And you're just placing too much focus on the not have versus the have. And that is just the way energy works. I mean, it's very formulaic, very formulaic. So when is really up to you and how you're going to choose your journey or your path until. But the reason why you're getting offers falling through is because you're focusing too much on the fact that you don't have that job. So the universe is going to prove to you and match those frequencies of not having a job because that's where you're placing your attention. Okay, that is science. All right. I'm going to be able to take 2 more questions and that's it because I have to prepare myself for a reading. Let's see. D. Berlin, hi. I just inquired about a condo in another state. Cool. I'm wanting a new start and divorce. Okay. The condo is close to the beach and my family. Okay. It's a comforting place for me. Would this be a smart move? Fuck yeah, it's a smart move. You have everything that you will be provided for to bring you into that frequency of comfort. So why would you not want to live a life that's not comfortable? This is a very smart move. Very smart move, especially a great move for a new beginning. So take your right hand, put on your left shoulder, as cheesy as it is, bounce up and down and give yourself credit for self-care and taking care of yourself and knowing, not just knowing, but choosing a place that is close to your family, close to the beach, and is comforting. That is going to help you shift and change and help clear out residual schmutzy energy from where you're coming from to where you're going. So this is more than just a smart move. This is part of your healing process. So good on you. Good on you. Okay, here's the last one, you guys. Radha Gupta. Hey, Terrie, please guide whether I will settle abroad after marriage and which job will be best for me. I want to switch careers maybe. Okay, so first of all, these are very big, broad questions, and I don't have time. These need more time dedicated so you can really get into your energy. I'm not, and just like offhand in the brief amount of time that we have, I'm not getting any information. And again, I don't like to tell people what they want to hear. I just don't think that that's ethical just because you'll feel better. So the only guidance that I can give you is you know, in regards to what job will be best for me. Again, just like I've mentioned, write out a list of what your needs and your wants are and just start looking for positions or jobs that will feed your needs and your wants based on how you feel. Okay. So that's really the best advice that I can give you. All right, you guys, this has been so much fun. I'm so glad you guys were entertained by the background. Who knows where I'll be next week? Who knows? Maybe you'll see a bunch of moving boxes behind me. Maybe you'll see me in a grass park. Maybe you'll see me at the zoo. I don't know. But this might become a new segment. Where is Terrie going to do her lives? Thank you guys so much for showing up. I hope you guys were able to get something. And if you had a similar question to what somebody might have already asked and that answer resonated with you, that means you can take that as a personal message as well. If you guys like this at all, I'd appreciate it if you click that like button. I should be back next week as far as I'm concerned. Listen, if I gave you an answer that was just too brief, too broad, I mean, that's all I can do. I'm not trying to purposely, like, you know, skip you, or it's just I have a limited amount of time because I actually have a job to do too, which is reading. So I have to, you know, honor those people as well. So thank you guys for sharing another week with me. I hope you have an easy week. I hope you guys, you know, find all the joy that you can during these tough times and just know that you're not alone. So stay connected and I'll see ya on the flip side. Bye, guys.